What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing well. And before I start, I do want to make an apology for yesterday's video. I realized too late that my mouse wasn't recording the entire time, but you should be able to see the mouse now and hopefully follow along. And to be honest, watching my videos without the mouse, I'm pretty sure it's going to help you learn to identify where PD arrays are. So there's always that advantage. But nonetheless, let's get straight into things. We're going to be looking at dollar. You can see how we delivered down into the fair value gap just as anticipated. A little bit quicker than I anticipated. I was expecting us to rally a bit first and then start looking for our sell side to get traded to. But you can see that Monday was in a rush to get down here and is looking like it's about to close above the 50% level, which is what we like to see. Yeah, so if we drop down to the 4 hour, you'll see how price traded lower. It ran to this level. If you saw how price moved and when we get to the lower time frames, you'll see how quickly it ran. As soon as Monday opened, we were trading lower and pretty much for the whole day. So it was obviously in a rush to get there. Now, ICT has taught before that when price is in a rush to get to some kind of level, it means that there is probably going to be like quite a strong reversal at some point in the week, whether that be Wednesday or Thursday. It is possible that this is the low of the week, but no, actually, let me take that back. I doubt this is the low of the week. Personally, if I was the markets, I wouldn't make this the low of the week. I would like to think that Tuesday will be able to create that for us. So I am still keeping an eye on this daily fair value gap. Obviously, we're still above the 50% level, but you can see I have identified this 4 hour fair value gap, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tuesday wanted to drop down into that to run out those Monday stops before we see any kind of potential reversal. Because remember, if you've watched yesterday's video, you know that I'm waiting for an up close. I want to see an up close week this week, so I'm looking for the low to get created on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. And like I said, considering how fast we moved lower on the Monday, there's no reason that Tuesday can't create the low. In yesterday's video, I also brought our attention to this breaker that we traded through, and look how price is treating it. You can see how volume's staying above it. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we wanted to try and grab that Tuesday, that Monday low, sorry. So let's go down to the 1 hour and we'll get a closer look at price. And here's what I mean. You can see how price just fell as soon as Monday opened. Price has been trading lower. So all of retail is probably thinking that, oh, dollar's falling, dollar's reversing, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's going short and they're going to want to continue to see low prices. And that's fine. However, remember, if we have a bullish bias, we want to see some kind of support. So I am looking at this consolidation right here, and I'm looking at this because if anything, this should be able to hold price up. I am going to make this like a grayish or make it white. I'm looking for this consolidation to help price. Like, I don't want to see price get through this at all. Yes, we can come down here, and remember, there is a 4 hour fair value gap just above it. So I'd be happy for Tuesday's trade down into this. Let's just get this clear. I'll be happy for price to get to this and respect it and whatnot, but I am anticipating a reversal because, like I said, I want the low to be created on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So yeah, that's pretty much everything on dollar. You can see, let's go to the 15-minute, get a closer look, and yeah, very fast movement. As soon as we traded down into the hour, the hourly fair value gap, created a low at 10 a.m, came off it, and you can see how now we're entering a little bit of consolidation. So this low, there's going to be lots of stops below there, and you'll also notice that we took out Thursday lows as well. Thursday low this is last week Thursday I'm talking about, obviously, but it's a daily low, so it's still a significant low. So I'm looking for price to, continue to accumulate stops below it. Another thing, again, I'm going to draw this out. I've drawn this out so many times recently because the only reason I'm drawing this out so much is because I'm starting to acknowledge it much more. But, we want to see price do this. We want it to hit it, come out, hit it one more time, and then see a strong reaction off of it. So that's why I'm happy for dollar to, dip into it again if it needs to before we see price send on higher. But nonetheless, in terms of, moving into Tuesday, let's just get let's get Monday's highs marked out, although I doubt we're going to make it up there tomorrow, especially considering that there's no news until Wednesday. And then obviously our longer term targets reside up here. So yeah, it's just a matter of, on Tuesday, it's just a matter of watching our price trades. Obviously, I want to see us reach here, but I don't want to see too much downwards pressure. Like, I'm watching this consolidation to provide support. So this is what I've got my eyes on. If we lose this consolidation, especially the 50% level of it, if we lose that, then I'll probably be more bearish and probably wait it out and then have a different approach for the week. But generally speaking, I'm looking for this to continue to provide support. So yeah, pretty cool day. Very nice to see we traded into our fair value gap. Let's take a look at GBP USD. We'll start here on the daily as well. Now you'll see that we did right there. If you watched yesterday's video, you'll know about all these levels that I have marked out. I draw our attention to this weekly fair value gap, and I was saying I wanted to see the top of it get respected. Obviously that hasn't happened. We've actually closed above it, which isn't ideal. It's not the end of the world. And another thing to take note of is look at where volume is treating the 50% level of the fair value gap. So we are seeing a level of respect. I'm happy for price to continue to respect 50% levels and such. If we dip down back into this weekly fair value gap, so say tomorrow we trade lower, which is ideal, and then we start to get into the fair value gap, I want to see the high of it, so this level right here, I want to see it provide resistance. I'll show you what I mean. So if we get back inside of this, I'm looking for price to use it as resistance. We came off the 50% level as well, off this wick, consequent encroachment, classic price action right there. Definitely study that. Let's drop down to the 4 hour and take a closer look. That's the Asia range. And you can see how price ran up with dollar falling, obviously, and reached into this premium PDA rate. And you can see how we're just wicking inside of it a lot. But look, again, volume is continuing to respect it. It's like, we're seeing a level of, we're seeing respect. Also, the breaker, high, low, higher high, these down close candles is a breaker. So we anticipate we anticipate this range in general to be sending price lower. I don't want to see price hanging around here too much. So again, ideally moving into the Tuesday, I want to see, can we, continue to see some more down movement. And then once it gets below this line, I'll be watching it very closely to see, can it provide a level of resistance. Another thing to take note of is this gap right here. Again, this is in such a high premium that I want this to get left open, because that will act as a breakaway gap, especially if we see displacement now. If we were to see displacement moving into the new day, this will be supportive of that displacement purely because it's left, and this will be our breakaway gap for the expected expansion down into the low of the weekly fair value gap. So it's little things like that I've got my eyes on. We will drop down to the 1 hour real quick, and you can see how we're just consolidating around that level. Now, mind you, remember, if I was saying that I'm happy for dollar to come back down lower and take out Monday's low, which is fine. If that's happened, then obviously we can expect a level of rallying on pound, and we do have a nice bearish order block here and fair value gap that price may want to trade into. So let's get that marked out as a potential high for tomorrow. Ideally we don't go outside of that, because like I said, it would mean something else, which is not the end of the world. It just means we simply have to readjust. But I will be looking for this as the very highest I want to see price trade for me to be happy to remain bearish, because as soon as we leave that, we're outside of that daily fair value gap, and again, that's indicative of more bullish price action than anticipated. So definitely keep an eye on that fair value gap, because like I said, price may want to rally there before we see the reversal and before we assume or expect the high of the week to get made. We will finish up on euro, and in fact, finish up on euro. We'll start on the daily. And honestly, guys, if you haven't watched yesterday's video, go and check it out, because you'll understand my bias and why I want to see certain things happen. So euro traded much more aggressively than I expected. We went right up into this premium PDA rate, which if you watched yesterday's, I said I don't want to see it go there. It went there. So that's showing a level of strength on euro, which isn't ideal for me. That's not a problem though. Here we have a fair value gap. This is now an inversion fair value gap because we closed above it. So as price comes back down to it, I want to see it. If it's going to go through it, it needs to do it with aggression, because it's if anything, this fair value gap technically should be now providing support, and that's not what we want to see if we're bearish on the weekly, right? So let's go to the 4 hour. You can see large expansion. Here's that fair value gap. Again, volume, look at volume. We're respecting the 50% level, completely fine. And yeah, we're just in a slight consolidation. Let's go to the 1 hour and take a closer look. So there we create the high, and again we're just consolidating, and this is that daily inversion fair value gap that you can see. Once we traded through it, look how it's providing support now. So we need to see a change in the state of delivery, like a clear displacement lower, for us to know, okay, it's likely going to trade through this, use it as resistance, and then we can start thinking about targeting the lows of this consolidation and whatnot. But generally speaking, like I said, euro traded much more aggressively than anticipated. So let's go to the 15-minute. And again, if we're expecting dollar to give us, you know, a level of discount moving into the new day, then we want to see euro give us a level of premium. So where could it be trading to? Well, there isn't any other than these relative equal highs that have been created. Let's see above here. Other than there's no actual PD array, and this is what's going to make reading price hard right now, because if it is to run these highs, which is Monday's high, it might as well run up into this range, and that's a whole nother story. So I don't want to put that in the air right now because price is going along with my bias. If we do run these highs and we do start reaching into this premium, again, completely fine, we'll simply adjust. But go and watch yesterday's video, you'll understand that my bearish bias wants to see the high made on Monday or Tuesday. So I'm looking for displacement now. I'm actively looking to see, okay, can we get clear displacement to the downside to start thinking about shorts and obviously longs on the dollar. So that's going to be everything, guys. I hope that makes sense. Don't forget to smash subscribe, join the mailing list, the link is in the description, and join the Discord as well. I am quite active in there. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.